let's talk about raid apps. So this came about as I was talking to a friend the other day who lives in a more remote part of the world, and I asked him, "Hey, how are you getting on with the Zekrom grind?" And he said, "Oh, not too bad. I've just been doing raids on Pokegenie." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, Pokegenie, you can raid on there." And I didn't know this, and that is where today's video topic comes from. So, if like me, you've been playing Pokemon Go since 2016, you'll probably recognize Pokegenie from things like this. Now, I'm sure that rings a bell, but just in case it doesn't and you're new to the game. So, Pokegenie is a free service that basically scans the IVs of your Pokemon and allows you to change the names of them to show their IVs, their rank, their level, etc. etc. But Pokegenie in their app have a remote raiding service, and my question for today is very simple. Number one, is it good? And number two, does it work? I've given myself 1 hour to do as many raids as I can through Pokegenie. Let's see how we get on. So when you open up the app here, you'll see this menu and you want to click on the raid, and I decided for this the best thing for me to do was to do Mawile. The reason why I picked Mawile is because not only do I want it anyway, to try and get Hundo for the future Mega, it also probably has the shortest queue time. Pokegenie works on a queue system, so you see I joined the queue and I was basically able to get straight in. It prompted me with a friend code to add, and then I simply headed over to the app, added it as a friend, as you can see right here, and then you go ahead, you swap back into the Pokegenie app, you hit friend request sent, and you see that the lobby is ready, and then you head back into Pokemon Go like so, and then a short wait here, which I've sped up for you, and then showing off in the bottom right hand corner, boom, you'll see the little orange flick up for a raid invite, and yeah, and then you do your raid, happy days, no problem. Okay, so on the screen now you will see my champion badge, which is raid below tier 5, and you'll also see the first raid happening now. I'm not going to show you every raid, I'm just going to show you the end result and maybe a few in between so you get a good idea. So yeah, let's get this done. Okay, so what I've actually decided to do here is I've recorded basically the entirety of what I did, and I thought I would just share my experience with you. So I actually thought Pokegenie was really great, to be honest. It's not necessarily the quickest in terms of like if you want a hardcore grind, but I think it really works well if obviously you live in a rural area and you want to do some raids and make sure you get them done. This works really well. One thing that I really did like, because after I recorded this I actually continued to use it. It's really good for grinding XP, really good. If you can host raids, so you get the 5 people who join. If you got Lucky Egg on, you get 6,000 XP from each of those friendships, new friendships, and yeah, so you get quite a lot by hosting raids. 5 times 6,000, 30,000 XP per raid you host, and then you remove the people, so on and so forth. So if I'm not mistaken, in this time, the hour, I think I managed to do 9 Mawiles. So in the sped up clip, you'll see I did some gifts, did some catches, did a little bit of admin, kind of like in between while I was waiting in the queues. Now, if you're doing low tier raids, which originally was my thought would be most efficient, it's actually really not. I think that doing tier 5s and mega raids are actually a lot more efficient. The queues move a lot faster than what they do for low tier ones, which I guess makes sense because unless you're like, really a grinder or want to do your trash raids, you're not really going to bother doing them, and a lot of them you can solo anyway. But I definitely think that this app is really good. Like, honestly, I recommend it if if you're a little town player, or you don't have friends in game for whatever reason, you don't have access to social media to get friends. I highly recommend downloading Pokegenie and giving it a shot, because you're guaranteed to do your raids. You're always going to get people to do them, so it's really helpful. The only thing that I kind of didn't understand was the point system. I don't understand what the points do. So it says that the more points you get on your rank in app, you get like more priority or better quality lobbies. But I feel like that's kind of not the point of it, because you're there to help each other out. So I don't know how the algorithm works in it, because realistically you want a mixture of people with really good counters and people with not, right? So then everyone can do what they want to do. That's the only thing that I didn't really understand, and the only thing that I really questioned about this app. I don't understand the relevance of it. The only other thing that I really do not like about this app is the paid options. Yeah, it has microtransactions in it, and to be honest, they're not great at all. So if I pull it up here while I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so you get the Raid VIP, which is £2.79 a month. You get extra host and battle points, match with higher quality trainers, and a Raid VIP icon for the app, which I don't get that. And then £17.99 a month, the Raid Ultra, exclusive. You basically get exclusive raid lobbies. So, for those limited available raids. So, for example, on raid days, for example, you basically get moved up in the queue quicker. £17.99 a month, and that's not even the highest one. The highest one is £49.99 a month. And what you get for that, you get the shortest possible queue times, which I don't think is great at all. I think just be patient and just work with what you got. Do some gifts in between. Do some admin in between the way. I would not pay that kind of money. But honestly, that's probably the only thing that I really dislike. I think this app has so much potential and is ridiculously helpful. Ridiculously helpful for people who don't have access to a community that raid a lot, or like I said, if you don't have access to social media, etc, etc. So yeah, this was my video on Pokegenie. If you guys want me to try out another raid app, so I know there's one more called PokeRaids from home. If you guys want to see me try that and review that, just let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.